Good afternoon. We are back on our regular schedule of going live on Thursdays with Dr. Chris. And today's topic is about not feeling yourself anymore. Usually during this time of season, lots of folks start feeling disconnected, um, maybe even a little recluse because they're not quite sure who they are anymore. The sky outside's dreary because it's winter, or others are so festive because Christmas is around the corner, and yet you've got nothing to be excited about. And I just want to address this topic because it's very near and dear to me. So, when we're not feeling ourselves anymore, most people think this happens all at once, or due to a major event or a breaking point, something dramatic. But the truth is, losing ourselves is almost never a total collapse or an immediate action. Instead, it's more of a drift. It's a slow, subtle slipping away from who we feel connected to within ourselves. It's a quiet distance that forms while we become busy trying to hold things together, or by being consumed by the daily events or future events. And by the time we notice this aspect of ourselves, we're already living completely disconnected. We just didn't realize it. So when someone comes to me and says, "Hey, I just don't feel like myself," it usually comes down to three patterns. And once we can recognize these, we can generally find our way back to ourselves. Those patterns are we've we've actually stopped being honest with ourselves. We have been managing life instead of living life, or what I like to call surface living. Or we've stopped choosing ourselves, instead pushing our wants, our needs away for the benefit of others. Let's dive a little deeper into these topics. The first pattern, we've stopped being honest with ourselves. Life gets heavy, and especially during this time of year, it becomes easier to answer with what's convenient instead of what's true. We just kind of go through the motions. We say we're fine instead of trying to delve into the complexity of what fine really means for us. What we downplay what really hurts. We smile through the trauma that's taking place. And every time we do that, we're not being honest with ourselves. We're not allowing our soul to experience life as is. The second pattern is we become absorbed in managing the daily life, the busy work. We're tending to the calendar schedule, rushing kids to school, or trying to get the shopping done, trying to clean the house, or trying to be at work all day. and get the to-do tasks from our boss done. And we're showing up for everybody else, but we're not showing up for ourselves. We haven't had a moment to just reflect on, hey, what was good about today? Or, hey, I really enjoyed that aspect. Instead, we're so focused on checking off the checklist that we lose sight of who we are. The third pattern, and it's kind of present in the first two that I just spoke about, is we stop choosing ourselves. And it's actually the most costly. It's not about being selfish. There's a difference between being selfish and choosing self. My parents used to give me an out as a child. If I really wasn't feeling up to it to go out, but I really didn't want to be the bad guy, they would say, blame it on us, so that I could have that quiet moment. And I didn't realize what a gift they were giving me as a child. They they were giving me the opportunity to choose myself. Now in the adult life, there's no parent, no doctor's note saying, "Hey, I'm going to choose myself." And so it's upon us to figure out how to choose ourselves. Now, here's the part that most people never really hear or never really understand. You don't return to yourself by fixing everything. Oh, well, if I get all this done, then I can choose me. If I say no to everybody, then that's going to be me. It it's not that easy to go back to self. And at the same time, you don't need a system. You really don't need a mindset. You don't need perfect conditions. I mean, if you look out my window right now, it's very dreary outside because it's winter time. I know it's not technically winter till December 21st, but for those of us that live in Georgia and it is 40 degrees outside, that's pretty cold. So that dampens the personality, that dampens the sense of who I am because I love sunshine. I love the warmth. So, how is it that we can reconnect with ourselves? And it really comes down to this. We just need a doorway back. And that doorway begins being honest with ourselves. So, I have a 4-step exercise that you can do. I'm going to guide you through it here. Feel free to re listen to this and try to do this exercise for yourself if you're feeling disconnected. The first really only takes about 3 seconds. In the midst of feeling like, oh my gosh, I don't feel like myself, stop. Just take it, just stop. Don't tend to whatever task, don't tend to whatever the chore list is. Take that moment and recognize, hey, it's true, I don't feel myself. What does that feel like? How are you feeling disjointed? Next, step 2, write a sentence about what is true right in this moment. Not what's true 5 seconds from now or 5 seconds ago. In this moment. This is about being present, presently identifying what is true. And in this moment, what is true for me is I'm able to just be. I'm able to look around, see the cold outside, have my cup of tea, and just be. That's my truth. Now, your sentence may be different. Just make sure it's not a story. It's not a journal entry. We're not writing for days here. It's just one sentence. It might be something like this. I've been overwhelmed for longer than I want to admit. I feel pretty far from who I really am. I'm tired of carrying on about everybody else. I miss when I was truly honest with myself. And just like my example had nothing to do with those, I chose to look at the positive that was around me. Your sentence too can be about the positive. Now, step 3, just sit with the sentence. Don't try to reinvent it. Don't try to polish it off. Don't try to redo it. Because in that moment that you wrote that sentence, that was what was true to your soul. Now, step 4. What is what does this sentence mean to me? What is my soul trying to tell me? In my case, my soul is trying to tell me don't concentrate so much on what's going on out there. Concentrate what's going on in here. For you, it might be, I think I need to take a rest. I think I need to go for a walk in the woods or walk by the beach. Or maybe I need to have some honest conversations around boundaries for the folks that have been taken away from who my identity is. Whatever comes to mind, that's your starting point. That's your focal point from the doorway of this is how I journey back to connecting, reconnecting to my soulful self. There's no pressure. This is just a conversation between you, yourself, and the four walls or the outside air. Nobody else is involved in this. And if this has helped you in any way, if you would like more help on reconnecting with yourself, reach out. I'm available on the DM. I'm available in the comments. You can post to my page. I will get back to you. I see you. I hear you. And I acknowledge you. Remember, there's always a way back, but it begins with being honest with yourself. Thank you for tuning in, and I look forward to talking with you next week. Have a good day.